The woman was trapped in a freezer at 20 degrees below zero. She beat the iron door desperately, but there's no response outside. She called the security room again, while the security guard is chatting with others. He didn't hear the phone ringing at all. The woman wrapped her body in a cardboard box against the cold. However, it is of little use, so she continued to try to open the door. Whether she was banging on the door with her body, still kicking the door, it didn't help. She had to sit down to rest, take out a lighter to keep warm. Looking at the faint flames in front of her, the woman thought of her lovely son. She was very upset. Before long, the woman gradually lost consciousness. Wait for her to wake up again. She found herself in a hospital bed. Her husband and son were all at her side. She sat up propped up, but the moment the hand touches the railing, she felt the bitter cold. This surprised her greatly. Since then, she began to become very afraid of the cold, even in the hot summer. She's also going to wear long sleeves and a scarf. Even a cup of hot coffee keeps her warm. Until one time, she accidentally put her hand on the oven, but she didn't scream, not even a little bit of pain. Her co-workers were terrified. The woman stared at her red hand and said it was okay, because she can't feel the pain. Only then did she realize the seriousness of the problem. So she went to the hospital. The doctor told her, this is the stress response of the body. Her brain hasn't recovered from the shock that day. She thinks she's still stuck in the freezer. That's why she's cold. Now she can only wait for it to recover slowly. But the days after that, women's symptoms are not getting better, and it's getting worse. How cruel a woman without love can be. Looking at the boiling water in the pan, she put her hand straight in and scared everyone else. Her hand was red from the heat, but women feel comfortable. It's a 40-degree heat. The woman also had to wear a padded jacket, wrapped herself up like a penguin, even at home. She's going to turn on all the heating, too, then wrap it in a thick quilt. That just barely kept her warm. The days that followed, the woman's condition is getting worse. Even cooking is done with thick gloves. Her son hugged her. She complained that her son's body was too cold. Push him away. The husband finally couldn't watch it and blamed her for it. Women are wronged. She didn't think it was her fault. She's just sick. Looking at a family photo together, she left tears in her eyes. The tears suddenly froze on the photo. The dispirited woman came to the roof. She wanted to end her life, and that's when she saw the house a short distance away on fire. Think about doing something nice before she dies. The woman came running. She rushed into the fire in spite of all opposition. A boy sat in the corner, crying helplessly. The woman rushed out with the boy in her arms. The boy was rescued. Everyone saluted her. The boy also expressed his gratitude to her. At last she found the value of her existence. That is to use her special constitution to help others. So she became a firefighter and became her son's hero. Every time her son would cheer her on, in the eyes of all the admiration, the woman bravely rushed into the fire. Once the screen is turned, the woman was frozen to death in the freezer. It turns out all this is a dying fantasy of this woman. The sad ending was a real pity. We never know which will come first, the accident or tomorrow. Therefore, please cherish the people you love.